Let me slow down and talk to your heart for a moment. Because sometimes we look at the world, at all these different cultures and religions, and it feels like everybody is serving a different God. It feels like we're all divided. But the more I've lived, the more people I've met, and the more stories I've heard, the more I realize something simple but powerful. People aren't reaching for different gods. People are reaching for the same God in the language their culture taught them. Let me start right here at home. The United States is one country, but it carries the heart of the whole world inside it. African Americans often meet God through struggle, soul, and survival. We found God in songs we weren't supposed to sing, in prayers we weren't supposed to pray, and in hope that somehow outlived the pain. Our connection to God comes from a place of being forced to trust Him when we had nothing else. Hispanic and Latino families, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban, Salvadorian, connect with God through passion, devotion, unity, and celebration. You feel their faith in their music, in their food, in their gatherings, and in the way family holds everything together. White Americans often reach God through tradition. Sunday mornings, hymns, structure, and generational faith passed down through time. They find God in order, in quiet, in consistency. Native Americans meet the Creator through the land, through ceremony, through honoring the earth, the wind, the water, and the fire. Their relationship with God is tied to creation itself, because they never separated what God made from who God is. Asian Americans, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Filipino, Vietnamese, Indian, connect with the divine through meditation, discipline, silence, respect, and wisdom passed down through generations. There's reverence in the way they approach life, family, and God. Middle Eastern families, Arab, Turkish, Persian, reach God through prayer, fasting, devotion, and deep spiritual order. Their dedication is constant, disciplined, and rooted in centuries of faith. Caribbean families, Jamaican, Haitian, Trinidadian, experience God through joy, rhythm, resilience, and community. Their faith is loud, alive, and full of spirit. Now let's step outside America for a moment. In Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Ethiopia, Kenya, people feel God through community, storytelling, rhythm, proverbs, and dance. God shows up in the movement of the people and the strength of the village. In the Middle East, people meet God through devotion, bowing, fasting, and sacred tradition. You see God in their discipline. In India, Pakistan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, God is approached through meditation, chants, devotion, and a deep search for truth. In East Asia, China, Japan, Korea, God is found in silence, balance, honor, and respect. Indigenous tribes across North and South America connect with God through nature, ceremony, drums, seasons, and the circle of life. And in the Pacific Islands, Hawaii, Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, God is seen in the ocean, the chant, the family bond, and ancient tradition. Different expressions, but the same Creator. Let me make this even simpler. A mother with 5 children does not talk to each child the same way. One child needs firmness. Another needs softness. One needs explanation. Another needs silence. Another needs encouragement. The approach changes. But she doesn't. She's still the same mother. God does the same thing. The Bible says every knee will bow, but it never said every knee will bow the same way. It never said every culture would bow through the same ritual or the same song. One person bows through Christ. One through humility. One through meditation. One through devotion. One through service. One through seeking truth. But they're all bowing toward the same God. If a child in Africa cries out to God, and a child in Japan cries out to God, and a child in Mexico cries out to God, and a child in Iraq cries out to God, do you really think heaven checks their religion before responding? Of course not. The same God who hears the Christian mother praying over her child is the same God who hears the Muslim father praying before sunrise. The same God who hears the Buddhist monk in meditation hears the native elder in ceremony. The same God who sees the Hindu devotee offering reverence sees the Jewish family honoring their Sabbath. Different traditions don't mean different gods. They mean the one God is reaching people where they are, in ways they understand. Different religions don't prove God is divided. They prove God is accessible. Different cultures don't prove God is confused. They prove God is creative. Different rituals don't prove separation. They prove God knows exactly how to get through to his children. And maybe right now, this message is God reaching you. In your language, through your experience, through your story. One God, many cultures, one creator, many expressions, one truth, many paths leading back to him, one source, one Father, one Spirit, one love, one God over all of us. Divine wisdom.